You may have seen some photos on social media of kids playing in the water at Rose Run Park with fishing gear. We'll learn more about this new addition to the park and how your family can use it to explore wildlife in this episode of New Albany Connects. Joining me now are Adrienne Jolly with the City of New Albany and Sandy Reed, a science teacher at New Albany Plain Local Schools. Adrienne, let's start with you. What sparked the idea of setting up fishing gear here at Rose Run Park?
Creating a park like Rose Run Park was a long-standing vision that came to life in 2020. We now have a park that connects people to nature and each other right in the heart of town. One of our goals with Rose Run Park was to make sure that Rose Run stays a healthy stream. 20 years ago, the water quality was poor and there wasn't any aquatic life. As you can see by visiting the park, we now have a healthy creek that is perfect for exploring. We feel very fortunate that New Albany resident Bill Resch reached out to us about donating fishing nets and wading boots so that kids could connect with nature in a very hands-on way. In June, we set up the fishing gear under Rains Crossing Bridge, and now anyone can get into the water and explore.
So let's talk about exploring nature. Sandy, as a science teacher, I know you're very passionate about this subject. What can kids expect to find as they venture into the water?
Well, as you go into the Rose Run stream, there's so much to discover here. I bring my students out here often, but I'm certainly not the only teacher that does that. When you go into the stream, you're first going to discover the macroinvertebrates. These are little tiny creatures like dragonfly nymphs, and they are the beginning of insects like dragonflies that are birthed in our stream. They're also the foundation for the entire food web that exists here in New Albany. If you go beyond the stream edges, and the water again is the lifeblood of everything, you go into the grasses that are supported by these waters, you're going to find animals there. I've noticed hawks in the trees, monarch butterflies on the milkweed plants, and even this spring my students discovered a baby fox had a den site nearby. Fantastic place full of biodiversity for everybody to explore. Part of our curriculum is testing the quality of the water in the stream. My students run tests on the water for oxygen content, and we also test it to see the quality of the water, and we are thrilled to find out that the water quality is excellent for exploring, for supporting life, and for playing in. As an educator, I cannot be more thankful to the city for making this so possible. The stream's always been here, but it didn't always have access. And now all of us can access this stream for education and for enjoyment.
All right, Sandy and Adrienne, thanks so much. You can explore Rose Run Park 7 days a week from dawn until dusk. Children do need to remain under direct supervision of an adult when wading in the water, and please avoid the creek during rain or high water events. Once again, thank you to New Albany resident Bill Resch for the generous donation of fishing gear. It's truly an example of how our community connects us. For more City of New Albany news and information, be sure to follow us on social media at New Albany, Ohio, and subscribe to our weekly New Albany Connects email to residents by heading to newalbanyohio.org/subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on New Albany Connects.